Hello, my name is Chloe, welcome to my channel. Today I am bringing to you my holiday or vacation TBR. So when this video goes live, I will actually be waiting for my second flight over to Seacole. I'll be boarding in about 2 hours. So this is like quite a fun time in my brain knowing when this video will go up. It's making the trip seem so much closer and I'm just getting so excited. I haven't seen Cole in like 6 months, so this is gonna be a really big trip for me. But obviously I can't be forgetting about YouTube and reading while I'm away because it's me. It's a summer holiday, which means I typically read a little bit more because I can sit out in the sun, read my book. I am going to be doing some work while I'm over there, but I also have quite a few weekdays free where I'm just going to be hanging out with Cole's little brother and taking him to the pool and things like that, so I can sit and read while he plays and does whatever he wants. I'll just be there with my book. So I have 6 books here to talk to you about, all for different reasons, but they are ones that I'm quite open to taking away with me and maybe putting in the book donation bin afterwards or passing along to my mother-in-law. So the first one I have here is actually one I picked up at Goodwill. I made it a bit of a project on some of my trips last year to find the cheesiest romance in like Goodwill or a vintage shop. Anything kind of stupid sounding and just trashy I grabbed. So the first one that I'm actually excited to read is A Pirate's Love by Joanna Lindsay. As you can see, I got this for $1.29, and I'm pretty sure when I got this, yellow was like 50% off, so it wasn't even that. But I have carried this to and from America, and I would like to actually read it. So I'm taking it back. But this says, sailing westward toward the Caribbean sun, young Bettina Verlaine is obediently setting out to fulfill a promise made by her father, a prearranged marriage, but it is a wedding destined not to be. Abducted by the bold and handsome pirate, the notorious Captain Tristan, the pale-haired beauty finds herself helpless in his arms. Detesting her virile? I hate that word. Detesting her captor for enslaving her, yet held by the passionate spell he casts over her, she surrenders her innocence in the warm caresses of the tropical winds, finding love's fulfillment in the magic of a pirate's powerful embrace. So, it does sound quite good. Do I think this is going to be a 5-star romance that I keep on my shelves forever? Definitely not. So I don't mind taking it away with me and reading it. Oh my god, the printing is all... Is that my eyes, or is that not printed on top of the... like, it looks blurry. Okay, yeah, it's only a few of the pages that look like that. Genuinely thought I was suffering some sort of eye condition, but no, that's how the printing seems to have gone. I'm sure this is going to be trashy. It's a good pool read. Like, it's a good just fully crack it. Oh, the spine is already cracked. It's a good fully crack it book by the pool. Speaking of, this one was $1 from a little antique shop. And it's actually large print, so this is not going to take me very long at all. This is His Kind of Perfection by Pamela Heron. This is a Harlequin super romance, apparently. A very personal trainer. Personal trainer Bree Rice is happy to help Cale Barlow get in shape to win back his ex. Cale's drive and enthusiasm make him the perfect client. He's such a great guy, it's easy to be his friend too. All too soon though, their friendship develops into something deeper, something off limits. Bree knows love and work don't mix, been there, felt that heartache. But it doesn't seem to matter how many times she reminds him of his original goal. Cale is nothing if not determined, especially when it comes to convincing Bree that they are perfect partners, both in and out of the gym. I bought this when I was trying to go to the gym. That's my excuse. But I'm now thinking that put together, these books are quite small, so these might be the perfect like hand luggage reads, and I could easily read that on the first flight and before I bought the second. So by the time you're watching this, I could have read this already. And then I'll just pick this one up as I get closer. But yeah, between the two, we've got like 700 pages, but in this very tiny format. So I feel like these are good holiday picks. Next up, I've then got 3 books that are either on the risk of being unhauled or they're on my These Books May Self-Destruct list. So the first one we have is The Truants by Kate Weinberg. I've had this a very long time and I go to unhaul it all the time. But Rachel had this, tried to read it, didn't like it, DNF'd it, unhauled it. So I've decided, as Rachel doesn't like it, I actually might quite like it. It's giving me Normal People vibes, but I just need to put myself in a situation where I don't have shelves full of Colleen Hoover and Taylor Jenkins Reid and all of my favourite authors. I need to isolate myself into stuff I wouldn't normally read to pick this up. So this says Jess Walker is drawn into a tightly knit group of rule breakers in her first year at university and begins to experiment with a new version of herself. But the dynamic between the friends and their maverick professor begins to darken as they share secrets, lovers, and finally a tragedy. Soon Jess is faced with the question she fears most. What is the true cost of an extraordinary life? That tells me nothing. It's about 300 pages long. I don't know how I feel about it. I got it from a charity shop. Let's try it around the pool and see if that makes me commit to reading it. Next up, we have a very chunky thriller. I always feel like they're good for holidays because you can really like sink your teeth into it, or if you don't love it, it's an easy way to get through them. This one, I do have to preface, it was a gift from Emily and I'm very grateful for the gift, but I have been putting this book off for the longest time. So I'm going to take with me Play Dead by Harlan Coben. This is on my books that will self-destruct list and everything, so I have to get this read. And obviously Harlan Coben is a very successful thriller author. That What's It, Fool Me Once is now doing the rounds. So this is one of his older books, and it is rather long. We're talking a 500-page thriller. And it sounds fantastic. I just keep putting it off, maybe because it's a 500-page thriller. This says, ex-fashion model and successful businesswoman Laura is on her honeymoon when her perfect world is shattered. Her sports superstar husband goes for a swim and never returns. But what has happened to David? Can he really be dead? Questioning David's mysterious disappearance, Laura begins to uncover a conspiracy which reaches deep into the past and is now slowly beginning to destroy everyone involved. Someone will do anything to keep Laura away from the awful truth, and she has no idea who she can trust. I don't know. Take it away with me, sit by the pool, I might even crack the spine on purpose. I need to get through this. And then the other book that I'm saying has been on like potential unhauls. I've had it so long. It's one of the oldest books on my TBR, is Exciting Times by Nisha Dolan. I have had this so long, and again gives me normal people vibes. I'm loving, we have the toothbrushes, turns into like a ramen bowl. I don't understand why, but I love it. This says meet the new Sally Rooney, but I have put this off for so long. If I do love this, I'm going to be like absolutely gutted because I'm going to have to carry it back and keep it. It's been on the potential unhaul for so long that I don't feel like it can be 5 stars. I don't know. This says, when you leave Ireland to spend your parents' money, it's called a gap year. When Ava leaves Ireland to make her own money, she's not sure what to call it, but it involves a badly paid job in Hong Kong teaching grammar to rich children, Julian, who likes to spend money on Ava and lets her move into his guest room, Edith, who Ava meets while Julian is out of town and actually listens to her when she talks, money, love, cynicism, unspoken feelings, and unlikely connections. Exciting times ensue. That gives me like so much but nothing at all at the same time. So take it away with me, isolate myself with it. Will I love it? I don't know. Last but not least is a book I do think can be a 5 star, and I just have to take it with me out of principle. So I have carried this book and back to America twice now and never read it while I'm away. So I have to read it this time. It is You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hogle. Now I've said that out loud, do I need to make this my plain book for on the way? Because then I can force myself to read it literally on the way. This is about Naomi and Nicholas, who are described as the perfect couple. Their glorious, lavish wedding is coming up in 3 short months, and they are utterly, miserably sick of each other. Unfortunately, whoever backs out first will end up bearing the brunt of the wedding bill. When Naomi finds out that Nicholas has been feigning contentment too, they go head to head in a battle of sabotage, pranks, and all-out emotional warfare to see who can annoy the other into surrendering first. So maybe I need to read this one on the way out. I think I've just made my mind up. I think this is my plain book. It is. Okay, the other thing I do have, so I have these 6 books. I am going to be taking my Kindle as well. There's a lot of books on my Kindle, and I do have quite a lot downloaded to my iBooks account. So if I run out of these books, I will have my Kindle books to read. I also will have 2 book of the month orders to pick up. I think there's going to be 4 books in total, maybe 5. So if I finish these, I then have some gorgeous, stunning hardbacks to get cracking on into. So I am not going to run out of books. And obviously I'm going to go book shopping when I'm there. So I'm going to be okay. I know Cole lives in the middle of nowhere, but I do have an ample supply of books. And now that his stepmom is back into reading and me and her are really close, I'm not going to run out. But if I magically run out of books and I'm reading a book a day, she can help me out. But for now, this is my TBR for my trip away, and I am pretty excited about a few of these and very daunted about the rest. Let me know if you have read any of these books and have any opinions on them. I feel like You Deserve Each Other is going to have the most like readership from my viewers. But yeah, let me know if you've read any of these, what you think, and whether you think I'm going to like them. And maybe by now, when this video goes live, I might already have an opinion on this one. We'll see. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.